Evening folks, welcome to Sonofdel's live vlog on this Friday the 8th of April. Got a busy one for you today actually, got a bit of everything. Start off with a review, a product review for a Razer that I've had, and as you can see it works fine, but you'll see more of that in a bit. I've also got one jigsaw that I've done this week, but I've also got 7 new jigsaws to show you as well. I'll be having a little bit of a talk about the last 7 days and some really bizarre things that have happened. Also, I've got a couple of new poems for you, and I will end with a little bit about grieving. And all that's to follow. But first, I'm going to start you with the review of the Philips 5000 wet and dry shaver. Well, to start with today, I wanted to do a kind of unboxing stroke review. Now, as you can see, looking at me, I need a shave. I need a real shave, and I've just bought myself a new Philips shaver, and I've not been gifted it, I've not been sent it or nothing, I bought it myself. And it's a Philips 5000 series. Now, my old one was a Philips 3000 series, and let's just say I had a bit of an accident with it. Now, if you know about wet dry shavers, when you've obviously used them, you can use them in water or whatever. And I decided to shake mine to get the water off the head. The head flew off, smashed into the bath, and ended up in pieces. Now, I've tried piecing it together, but it will not go back together. I've tried everything. It is broke. So I decided to invest in a brand new one. Now, I'd had my other one for nearly 5 years, and I never realised. Now, I'm taking this out the box at the same time that you're seeing it. All I've done is undone the seal, so it's brand new, right? Brand new. Now, in the box, you get your manual, your Philips 5000 series manual. You get all your bump, which is usually loads and loads of warranty and information. I'm not going to go through that because that would bore the pants off me, and it'll probably bore the pants off you. You've also got an little instruction manual that's not little. It actually opens out into another great big book by the look of this, and it's basically just safety information, what to do when you first own it, etc, etc. Now, I just want to show you the actual Razer itself, because like I said, you're seeing it for the first time, same as me. Now let's have a look at it. Very nice. It's the Philips, like I say, it's a Philips 5000 series. It's triple head, as you can see, triple header. And exactly the same as my other one, you just press that button there and it lifts up, shows you the heads there, and obviously the blades at the top, as you can see. If I do that, you can see that like that. Really nice to hold, because I have problems gripping stuff with me having me CMT and stuff, and I have a real problem gripping things. This is contoured to your hand. As you can see, it's got a grip on it, so you can literally just put your hand like that. Now, if you're like me, I shave holding it like that, and there's a button on the front, which is the power button. Well, obviously it won't do anything at the moment because I haven't powered it up yet, but I am going to power this up overnight, and then I'm going to have a shave with it tomorrow. But as well as that's in the box, you also get, I can get it out, hold on, bear with me a minute. Told you when my hands don't want work, they don't want work, I tell you. It's coming, it's coming. Right, like I said, it's brand new. As you can see, it's still in its plastic. I haven't taken it out of its plastic. You get the trimmer, and obviously that goes onto the head where the Razer is, which is, I'll just show you. Normally you just pull it off like that, pull off the head, and then that bit there attaches there. Well, it will, yeah, I can attach it actually in a minute. Hold on. No, I can't, I've still got the plastic on it. But that will attach, and then you can actually trim first before you shave. Now, like I said, the good thing about these is they are easy to use. Well, the last one was, I don't know about this one, I'm just going to try it. Yep, the head just snaps back on. So look, won't come off. Right. You also get the usuals, which is a 3-pin power plug and the regular connector for a shaver. As you can see there, look, it's one of the 2 pointers. Exactly the same as my old model. You get that. We've also got something else here, which I'm not sure of. It might be I think it's a little bag for it. I think we've gone posh. Hang on. Let me just open it. I'll show it you. look at that. It's even got its own little sack, look. Own little grey sack to put it in. How smart is that? But, like I said, you're going to see me now, like this. And the next video is going to be after I've used it, and I'll tell you exactly how it feels. Well, have a look, folks. Look at that. That's how close the shave got me. Really, really good it was, actually. I was quite impressed. In fact, I'm going to let you have a closer look. Let's have a look. Look at that. Really impressive. Really good shaver it was as well. Sorry for my old chins, but there we go. But yeah, the only place is obviously there, but I never really get very good on that because I've always got the, yeah, that bit, whatever it's called. 5 o'clock shadow, I think that's what it's known as anyway. I'll just put you down again. And I'll show you the product again. It was this. It was the Philips 5000 wet and dry shaver, yeah, Series 5000. What I've found out about it, by the way, which I particularly like, is on the old one I've got, the power button is a big round thing on the front, and when you were shaving you were constantly catching it, so it was constantly going on, off, on, off. This one has got a more discreet button in the middle there, you can see, and you have to press that in, as you're going to hear now. And it's quite a quiet one, actually. It's not one of the noisiest ones I've ever seen. It's very easy to clean as well, just literally one button there, quick wash of hot water or cold water, and, you know, dry as a bone, job done. Another good thing about it is it's quite smooth as well. When you go underneath and you're doing the contours underneath your chin and everything like that, some of them can catch it on the 3 heads. It can catch underneath your chin here, particularly this bone that's here, you know, your chin bone or whatever it is called, your jawbone, that's it, your jawbone. And if it catches on that, it can actually drag, but whereas this one, it doesn't appear to catch or drag. So, yeah, I'd give that so far, I'll keep upgrading, but I would give that one 8 out of 10. Because it's a really good one. Now, some people have said it's quite flimsy and it's plastic, but I actually like the fact that it's quite lightweight, because I don't want something really heavy that if I drop on the floor, it's going to, if it hits my foot, it's going to, you know, hurt me toe or break me toe or whatever. This one, like I said, it's got a nice simple grip like that, just nicely for your hand, because some people shave like that, don't they? Some people shave like that. Well, I don't, you see. I'm a grip, because of how my hands are, I have to grip the shaver like that, so I have to shave like that. But yeah, like I said, it's the Philips Series 5000, and I would give that 8 out of 10. Yeah, as you can see from that jigsaw gallery, I've only done the one jigsaw this week, but I have got some jigsaws to show you because I've been buying again. I know I'm terrible before anybody says anything, but this is my hobby. So now these are fantastic, and I know people are going to fall in love with these. I think my sister Paula Caddick will absolutely love these because they are 3 jigsaws, and the first one is, as you can see, it's a giant Pringles, but that is the jigsaw, what you can see there. You see that jigsaw there with all those different cans of Pringles? That is the jigsaw. Now, it's 1,000 piece, and this is one of 3 that were on the range for $9.99. Well, you can't buy 1,000 piece jigsaws of that quality for $9.99. I haven't opened it yet, because it's still sealed. Look, I've only had it today. They only came today. That's the first one. The second one is another one in the same series, and this one is Mentos, as you can see, Mentos mints, and it's made with recyclable materials, and that is the jigsaw, what you can see there on the side. Can you see that? That is the jigsaw, multicolours with a pack of Mentos in the middle of it. Again, another 1,000 piece jigsaw, and it's, believe it or not, yeah, they're made in China, you guarantee that. Anyway, that's the second one. Now the third one, this one's appealing to people, and again, $9.99 if you're interested. Go to, hang on, I've just said it, The Range. The Range is where I had them from. And all 3, this one is called, you can tell what this one is, it's Love Hearts. These take me back to my childhood as well, and this is the jigsaw there that you can see, that big pile of Love Hearts there with the word Love Hearts in the middle. That's the 1,000 piece jigsaw that's in it. And like I said, all 3 of them were $9.99. Now, you can't go wrong with $9.99 for a 1,000 piece jigsaw. But I've been even naughtier than that. Don't stop there, he says. Right, we'll show you what else I bought, because I've got some more. Now, I had an email off a company called Puzzles Galore, and I've never bought off Puzzles Galore before, and they sent me an email telling me about this jigsaw called Goodbye to 2021, and it's their own jigsaw. It's exclusive to them. And the beauty of it is it's got loads of little pictures on it of like things that happened in 2021 and why we want to say goodbye to it, sort of thing. It's even got little Boris Johnson on there and everything. Anyway, when it came out, it was $14.99, if I'm not mistaken. $14.99 for the 1,000-piece jigsaw. But I didn't get it then. I waited a bit, and suddenly I got an email off them saying that for one day only it was reduced to £8.40. Well, £8.40 for a 1,000-piece jigsaw, and I'm going to show it you now. This is it. And it's by Puzzles Galore, and it's just called Goodbye to 2021. And as you can see, there's lots going on there to do with it. You've got things like, right at the back here, you've got Boris Johnson there with his map on how to cope with coronavirus. And basically what he's got a map, and it's got 1 pointing to 3, 3 pointing to 2, 2 pointing to 4, 4 pointing to 1. It's basically saying he didn't have a clue what was going on. And that was the first jigsaw. That was their exclusive one. And it's in an unusual box as well, as you've noticed, look. It actually looks like just a normal cardboard box, doesn't it? But that is the actual jigsaw. And it's limited to them. So, and the reason I bought it, by the way, I meant to tell you, is that for every jigsaw they sold, £1, I think it was £1, went to the Ukraine appeal, which is worth doing. Now the second one, I've had a few jigsaws from Bluebird Puzzles in my time, and again this was off Puzzles Galore. Now I've had a lot by an artist called Chara Marchetti, who you've obviously seen on my vlogs if you've been watching them. Now this one isn't by him, but it's a fantastic piece of work, and it's by an author called, let me just find the name of the author, because the author's name is on here, Andrew Farley. Now if you look at this is so colourful. Look at that. That is Nefertiti. As you can see, it's an absolutely beautiful puzzle. It really is. You know, sorry, not Nefertiti, wrong one, Nefertari. I do apologise to all those Egyptian experts, but as you can see, look at the detail in that. Again, another 1,000-piece jigsaw. Third one. Now this one really appealed to me because, as you know, I like a lot of retro stuff, and when I saw this one come up, it really jumped out at me. It's by Ravensburger, and again it's from Puzzles Galore, and this one is part of the Abandoned range, and it's actually called, and a minute, let me just tell you what it's called. It's called Forgotten Arcade, and if you look at it really closely, you'll see it's basically an old arcade, how they used to be years ago, and it's been abandoned. And as you can see, there's dust, and there's the old machines that you used to sit on, and there's Pac-Man up there, look, you've got the Ghost up there, and all this sort of thing, and Galaxian and all sorts. So yeah, that's the third one. And the fourth one is the only Wasgage I hadn't got, and it's the new Wasgage, and it's the original 39, and it's called Chinese New Year. Again, from Puzzles Galore. I'll hold it like that because you get a better picture when I do that, don't you? If I go like that, the light shines on it. So I'll do it like that so you can see it. And again, it's basically what that woman there in the middle, that woman, her face there, it's what she can see. It's what she can see is what the jigsaw is. And that's a Wasgage. And that was on Puzzles Galore. So basically this week I've had 7 jigsaws, and I haven't even had my monthly one through yet. I've been a bit naughty with the old jigsaws. Anyway, coming up, I've got some pictures of them, which my wife took for me. So, yeah, here are the pictures, so you can see a close-up of all the jigsaws. Now, last week, what have we done in the last week? Well, not a lot, really, because the weather's been a bit rubbish. As you saw, I haven't done many jigsaws this week. I've only done one. I've had other things on my mind. Other things have been happening. Now, one of the things I've had is in January 2018, I pre-ordered Lego Skywalker Saga for the Xbox One. and by 2021 it still hadn't come out. Excuse me a moment. Yeah, and Lego Skywalker Saga. Now bear in mind, by 2021 it still hadn't come out. Well, finally it's been released, and I got it the other day, and I started playing it. And to say that they've upped the game is, putting it bluntly, no wonder it took 4 years in the making. It's basically all 9 films in one game. But they've turned it into a bit of an RPG, to be honest with you. The Lego characters can actually be upgraded now. They can be made to move faster, and they can be made to do different things that they couldn't do in the older games. Now, it's a really fantastic game, it really is. And the one I bought off Amazon was £50, but it also came with the DLC, so you could download the original Star Wars characters. So I've been able to download them as well. So that's been something I've done, but I've only done it for one night. I've not spent days and days on it. I've only done it for one night. I've done some more of my Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm doing really good on that now. That's getting a bit mad. It's such a massive game, but I've just been told I've got to do missions now in Sussex. So I've got to go do missions in Sussex. But the other thing I've been doing my journal. Now, my wife did my journal for me, and I've been filling that in, especially today. I've caught up with it today, and it allows me to keep track of like ideas for my vlogs, ideas for anything I'm interested in. I can actually keep track of my water intake. I can keep track on when I post on Instagram, on my YouTube, how many followers I've got, and how many likes a video gets, and how many new subscribers, and so on. So it's been a bit busy, to be honest with you, in that respect. But the weather's been dreadful up to now. I've just looked outside and the sun is shining, and it's really gone warm. But the trouble is, it's coming up to the end of the day, and the weather today has literally been rain, shine, rain, shine. It's been literally April showers, and as we're in April, that's not such a bad thing. Another thing this week, oh dear me, Liverpool. The Liverpool Football Club, what a fantastic result. We were away to Benfica in the Champions League, and we won 3-1. Now, I will put my neck on the line here. We're playing Manchester City on Sunday, and I do not think we will win it. I think Manchester City will win it. I can't see Liverpool pulling that one off, not at the Etihad Stadium. I really can't. That's going to be one of those that, if it bites me in the ass, fair enough. But I honestly think they will beat us. I think they'll be up for the game. They know that if they win, they're 4 points clear of us, and I think they will win that game. That's just my opinion anyway. This week also, I posted a picture of myself the other day from when I was very young and we used to live at Braidley, and I looked a bit like, if you've ever watched a series called George and Mildred, which was a 1970s TV show in the UK, I looked like the little lad who was in it, called Tristan, cross between the Milky Bar Kid and Joe 90 basically. And I posted this picture, and obviously I'm 50 later this year, so it made me feel a bit old. But my mate Ian Burgess, he actually put on it that, you know, he is 50 next month, and he says he's like me, he doesn't know where the years have gone, because something happened as well today. I found out something today which made me feel really old. I found out a certain film came out 38 years ago, and this film was a good film at the time, and it's now a cult status, and it's called A Never-Ending Story. And the theme tune was done by a singer called Lamal, from a group called Kajagoogoo. And he actually sang the song Never Ending Story, so you can tell how old it is when I'm talking about Kajagoogoo. But a bad thing happened today, actually, something that really got to me and made me very angry. I buy a lot of stuff off Amazon, and as such I keep my card on there, my card, and I've always bought stuff off there. Anyway, I went to buy something last night and it went through. And then this morning I got a thing to say, well, it started last night, it said that the payment had been declined, and I thought, hey, what the hell, have I been hacked or something? And I thought, is this legit? So I went onto my Amazon account and checked, and it did say payment declined, so I thought, strange. So I left it, went onto the bank, checked, yeah, money's no problem, not at all, yeah, it's there, no. So I came on again today and changed it again, did it again, still nothing, still payment declined. Anyway, this went on about 4 or 5 times. I even deleted the card and re-put it back on, and it said payment declined, and I thought, this is really strange. So I got in touch with Amazon, and Amazon said, well, you know, it must be something to do with your bank, because we don't know why it's being declined. It's being declined by your bank, sort of thing. So I thought, this is strange. So I got in touch with my bank, and it was TSB. I got in touch with them, and they informed me something really bizarre. They said, Visa themselves have cancelled your card, and they're sending you a new one out. I was like, why? They haven't said. We can't say from this end. We don't know why they've cancelled it, but they have, and you've got a new card coming out. Well, the new card arrived today. Now, that must mean it was cancelled either yesterday or the day before, but the problem I've got is when we were shopping yesterday morning, I used my card to pay in B&M and in Aldi and had no problems. The payment went through, no problems, and it's even come out my bank today, no problems. So something really, really bizarre and strange. If you've ever had anything like that happen to you, I'd love to know, if you know what causes it, because I'm totally baffled. Because my credit's fine, I've had no problems. I've had no problems with my card, I've had no problems, and I've even made payments on my card since, and it's been fine. But they've sent me a new card out, and it's come today, and it's a totally different number and stuff, so I've got to go through all my stuff now and put a new card on there. But it's completely baffling me as to why they've cancelled it, why they've actually cancelled my Visa card. It's a strange one, really strange one. Anyway, coming up very briefly, I've got a new poem for you, and the new poem is basically called Thanks for the Pain. Now you might think that's a weird title, but anyway, just have a listen, see what you think. Now this poem I'm about to read you is called Thanks for the Pain. Now you might think that's a bizarre title, but when you listen to what it's about you might understand, and if I stutter a bit or stumble, just remember I'm reading it off a screen and my eyes are not as good as they used to be. It's my age, Thanks for the pain. To the woman in the past who treated me like a fool, I want to thank you. For hitting me, abusing me, making me feel worthless, telling me I was nothing, lying about me to make yourself feel good. For treading on my dreams and belittling me, thank you. For the ones that bullied me at school, I want to thank you. You made my life hell, made each day a nightmare, made me wish I was dead, how many times I wanted to be. For every pain that you inflicted on me, thank you. For the ones that have put me down, I thank you. Those that have said I'm a faker, a fraud, a liar and a cheat. Those that laugh when I fall and don't help me to my feet, thank you. You've made me who I am today. I took all you said, I took all you did. I let it sink in until one day I decided and smiled. I'm worth more than the abuse. I'm loved for who I am. Do that one again. You've made me who I am today. I took all you said, I took all you did. I let it sink in until one day I decided and I smiled. I'm worth more than the abuse. I'm loved for who I am. I make my own decisions. When I fall, I do have help to get me onto my feet again. I'm stronger than I've ever been. My mind is more alert than you can imagine. My heart feels the love of a good woman every day. I no longer cry about the past. I smile for my future. You taught me how not to treat people, how to listen to people instead of turning away, how to make people smile, not cry, how to live my life without fear. Thank you. And I'm sure quite a lot of people will be able to relate to that, because I know I'm not the only one who's been through a life where, people have been horrible to me in the past. But it's shaped who I am today, and if it's all been to get me to where I am, then obviously it was worth it. So again, thank you. Sorry to bore you with another poem, but I wrote this one, actually wrote it just before I've done this vlog, and it's a reminiscing one really, and it's called The Innocence of Youth. Do you remember when days would last forever? You and your childhood love would always be together, looking forward to summer holidays but dreading the weather. Oh, the innocence of youth. When everything was new and the world was there to take, when all you had were learning curves, never a mistake. You could hope for the best and look for every break. Where went the innocence of youth? When you believed every word an adult said, new information went daily to your head. No time for serious matters, let's have fun instead. Remembering the innocence of youth. School days came and went, weekends far too slow. Buttercups under chins to see the yellow glow. The first signs of Christmas, a few small flakes of snow. Give me back the innocence of youth. Waiting for the payment from the tooth fairy at night. Fists in the playground, no knives ever in sight. Trying to get them back in the hope that you might. live again the innocence of youth. And I wrote that today while thinking about the fact that I'm 50 in less than 3 months, just over 3 months. I was aging myself there, wasn't I? Just over 3 months. And I think back and think, wow, how did it go from childhood memories to being nearly 50? Time, it just disappears. The last word today, I suppose it's to do with grieving, really. Everybody grieves in different ways. Some people grieve and get angry, some people grieve and go quiet, some people grieve and drink, some people grieve and gamble, some people grieve and just stay alone and don't want to know anybody. My way of grieving has been strange, really. It's strange. When my mum passed away, it was a massive blow to all of us, my family. You know, my sisters were devastated, I was devastated. Nobody could believe it because there was no warning sign, if you like. We didn't see it coming. And I've kept, my grieving has been basically, I have kept going things that I know connect me to my mum. And when she passed away, she was halfway through collecting a coin collection called the Florin Collection, and I completed it, and that made me feel close to it. Now, my love of jigsaws stems from when I was 4 years old. I used to help my mum do 1,000-piece jigsaws when I was 4, and it's just kept going. Now, every time I do a jigsaw, I know my mum's looking over my shoulder, telling me where the pieces go. Do you know what I mean? So that was my way of grieving. And also, she used to be mad on something called hidden object games. And obviously, you know what hidden object games are. They're basically easy, readily available. And every 6 months or so, I would go up to my mum's, install about 50 new ones on a computer. She would be over the moon and spend the next God knows how long telling me, oh, I've done this one, I've got on this one's brilliant, and it was great because it gave me another connection to it. Now, I've still got a few hidden object games on my computer, basically for that reason. I don't play them all the time, you know, I am a gamer, but I do adventure games and Lego games and sports and shooters and all sorts, but I do keep hidden object games on there. Now, I think it's important, people sometimes, like I did, funny enough, I beat myself up because I didn't cry. Now, I thought that I would literally flood, because when my Auntie Pauline passed away, who was basically like second mum to me, I don't care what anybody says, she was like second mum to me, I was in absolute, I was bawling my eyes out, I could not stop myself. Here was gone a woman who basically was my part of my childhood. You know, she literally looked after me a lot of times when my mum used to ship me off at Christmases and summer holidays and all sorts, and I spent some absolutely fantastic times with her husband and the children, which are Paul and Wendy, and I'm still in touch with both of them now anyway. Still Christmas card, and I still know that Wendy's husband's on the internet, so you know, I'll talk to him every so often. And my Auntie Pauline, like I said, was like my mum, and I was crying my eyes out for ages. I could not bring myself to smile for such a long time after that. Now, when my mum passed away, that didn't happen. I don't know whether I bottled it up or whether it's all in there ready to explode, but I was actually told by somebody, it was a few weeks back, is that sometimes nothing will come. You won't cry. You know, you might never cry for that person passing away. Now, when my dad passed away, I'll be honest, I didn't cry, but then again, I wasn't that close to my dad. Yes, he was my dad and I loved him with everything, you know, but I wasn't that close to him, and it didn't really hit me as hard as it would have done if we'd have been a lot closer, you know. Whereas my mum, we used to see my mum 2 or 3 times a week, and sometimes she'd come down here for meals, sometimes we'd go up there, sometimes we'd meet her in town, we'd go day trips and all sorts of stuff. We'd go all over the place with her, you know. And I think it's because something inside me just still doesn't accept that she's gone. I don't know why, because it's been like 18, 19 months now, and it still hasn't, I know it sounds stupid, but it still hasn't sunk in. It still doesn't resonate with me at all. I don't know whether that's a normal thing. Like I said, I've never actually had this grieving thing through anything like this. Now, I also know that people deal with grief in different ways, like I've said. Now, it would have been easy for me to turn to alcohol because I've got so much of it in the house, but I didn't. Also, some people turn to gambling. Some people get emotionally unstable and start getting violent, and other people want to, you know, just literally be on their own and don't want anybody around them. Everybody should be allowed their own way to grieve, as long as it doesn't harm other people or themselves, you know. And my way of grieving, like I said, I've not shed a tear in that respect, and I don't think I ever will, because I think if I shed a tear, it'll mean I'll kind of have to accept the fact that she's gone. And I don't know, but it seems my mind doesn't want to accept that for some strange reason. And yeah, I know she's gone, you know, I know my mum's gone, my dad's gone. As I said, I'm an orphan before I'm 50. But yeah, like I say, with grieving, it's one of them things, it's a personal thing. And I think if anybody tries to tell you any different, I'm hoping that they've never been in the situation you're in. Because if somebody's never been there, they don't know really what they're talking about. They can't really judge you or give you any advice, because if they've never been in your situation, grieving is, like I said, it's one of those things that when it comes along, and it knocks you for six. It does knock you for six emotionally. It knocks you all over the place. Everything you see after that, everything you do, everything you hear reminds you of them. It can be something said in a film, it can be something you've seen in the shop when you've been shopping and you've immediately thought your mum. One of the prime examples is my mum. She used to refer to spaghetti hoops as not spaghetti. She said it wasn't spaghetti because it wasn't straight, and it used to make us laugh. So now every time my wife has a tin of spaghetti hoops, we always say, I'll have spaghetti and sausages, you can have a tin of not spaghetti. And it just makes us laugh, because that's what she used to call it, not spaghetti. Bizarre. Parents have got some weird ass things about them, I'm telling you. Anyway, that's my vlog for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been full of all sorts, hasn't it? We've had Razers, we've had Jigsaws, we've had talking, had all sorts. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, recommend me to people. Let them see. Just have a laugh. You know, at the end of the day, you can learn a lot. You might not learn nothing. Thanks for watching anyway. Bye for now.